This video compares the camera quality of the Huawei P9, LG G5, HTC 10 and Samsung Galaxy S7 under different light conditions. After that will follow the video assessment. The first test is this tree, a close-up indirect sunlight, here to be seen totally. The slightly different image sections are the result of the different focal length. In original size you already can see the differences. The P9 didn't focus correctly and the HTC 10 has problems with the details, as you can see on the bark and the moss. The S7 has the highest contrast, but the colors are extremely hard. The G5 produces very warm, earthy colors, but that suits to the motive. In the second test on the meadow we check the contrast. First you see the whole picture, and that's a detail at 350%. You'll find the highest contrast and details on the S7 in the white parts as well as the yellow. And the P9 is doing well too, while the HTC 10 and G5 decline, with the G5 almost looking artificial and having the most artifacts. Test number 3 is a classical backlight situation. Once more, the S7 shows the most details, but due to that also the least contour on the cloud. Nevertheless, the best compromise. Followed by the G5 and P9. The HTC 10 has focused on the sky, that's why the tree is a little blurry. Same picture now at 100%. You detect the richer detail on the S7, but especially the heavy artifacts of the G5 coming from the compression. Possibly that depends on HDR that was active in this picture automatically. You can choose that option if you want to. So to make sure we compare another picture without HDR, again in original size. But as you can see here for yourself, the G5 shows the very same artifacts too. The image of the P9 appeals the most. In mid-light conditions, like in closed rooms, the cameras have to make the most out of the few light. Again, the S7 is doing the best job. Only here you can identify the ornament on the picture frame halfway. The P9 follows as it shows the least noise. The double lens is really working well. The most noise is to be found in the image of the HTC 10. In the evening, the HTC 10 shows the sharpest picture, but again with a high amount of noise. That's why the result of the S7 pleases more in the overall impression. Worst is the P9 that again didn't focus correctly. In the pantry at about 1.5 lux, the S7 reveals at least some parts of the motif. The P9 is darker, but with less noise. The HTC 10 doesn't produce a useful result, and on the G5 is almost nothing to be seen. If you use the LED flash, the P9 and HTC 10 show the longest distance up to the door at the end of the hallway, the P9 being brighter. In flash range, the S7 shows the most detail if you watch the right cable duct on the ceiling, for example. The G5 uncovers the least details. Look at the left wall and compare that to the HTC 10. And with that we come to the videos, beginning with Full HD in original size. The P9 shows some artifacts here already. Look at the uppermost branches, for example. The G5 has some slight problems with too much brightness, for example on the blossoms. The HTC 10 missing again quite some detail. The best is once more the S7. In this second scene, all 4 candidates have been hand carried on one single mount side by side. Except the P9, all recorded in 4K, so the material of G5, S7 and HTC 10 has been reduced to 25%, the P9 to 50%. So you see the best every device can achieve. And as you see that the HTC 10 has problems with sun radiation, while the others don't, or at least not that much. In addition, you will detect that the P9 alone has no optical image stabilizer. The picture of the G5 is the most stable one, even while walking. The S7 shortly behind, getting rank 2. With the HTC 10, you have to be aware of the sun or shadow the lens with your hand, but as the 4K videos show more detail and the P9 has some red color fold as you can see on the cloud, the HTC ends up on rank 3. And here are the final results of the shootout. Clear winner is the Samsung Galaxy S7, both concerning photos and videos. In photo quality, the Huawei P9 follows up, as well as in the overall ranking. The LG G5 impresses with the same video quality like the S7 reference, but ends up on rank 3 because of the weaker photo quality. The HTC 10 produces good videos and alright videos in 4K, but can catch up with the other 3 candidates.